You haven't changed the bit, you old bastard.
You say you come by here.
Yeah. I come by. And I looked at the back and thought, there's nothing happened. I was just leaving bikes out here.
Oh, well, he broke his arm.
You didn't, I didn't know this, of course.
When did that happen?
What the hell would that happen? The other day.
We're on film, say hello to the fans back in Australia.
God.
Say hello to Joe and Ben and all that.
How is the married life for Glenn?
It's going along like a house on fire.
Is that right?
What was yours like in the first 6 months?
Kids?
He's only been married 6 months. Give him a chance.
Been married 50, almost 63 years.
Yeah, I know you have, and you got some kids.
Come on in.
Huh? Tim's in Iraq, is he?
Oh, yeah.
Money. Oh, yeah, right. I was hoping to see Tim.
Yeah.
So which bike's yours, this one?
That's mine.
A bit flash.
I've seen this on Facebook.
Chromed up and all the
I
rest.
see. Right, he tore this off. He hit right here. When we get back, we'll go out and see him. I said, you mean you're not going to make it to the Legion? No, I thought I could drive.
Well,
I got that big Lincoln out there.
Jerry wants to know if I bought a GPS. You don't use GPS, well you don't need to in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in Indiana you do.
You go to Indianapolis or whatever, and you're looking for
Oh, yeah, I
a specific
suppose.
address, or Washington, D.C.
Well, that's different to Indiana, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what are you running here? A big V8 Lincoln, 99.
Yeah.
And this is Knightstown.
Nicetown hasn't changed a bit, has it?
No, not one single bit.
They did paint the CVS. Everybody's getting cold back there. I'll turn the heat up here.
Okay, she's cold.
You never heard an Australian bad mouth their country when you were there?
Oh, here, that's all you hear.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
We're running a 4.6 litre mill here.
Hey, you're down in my car.
Big V8. Just checking the oil and water, Jerry. Just checking the oil and water. It's a big Lincoln town car. And she floats along. She's got heaps of grunt, that's for sure. Some old farm gear there. There's 100 old tractors in there.
Oh, yeah.
This is where they have these.
Old time flea market, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nashville, Indiana. Have a look at this place. Someone's got a sense of humour. Being that it's 2011. This is where Jerry wants to eat. The Big Woods Brewing Company. Is that the pulled pork nachos, Jerry?
Yeah.
Pulled pork.
Yeah.
That's the appetizer. And that's where we are exactly.
We say, here, grab it, growl.
Brown County,
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest thing.
Indiana. Corn and green pepper.
Is it or a jalapeno?
No, it's green pepper. It's fantastic, isn't it?
Sweet pepper.
Yeah. It's very good.
It is wonderful.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy.
No, I don't think that's a green pepper.
Right. Yeah. Is it chili?
Sweet pepper.
It's green pepper. No, I
Not chili.
it's like a different kind of pepper.
That's sweet pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We
Sweet
used to call
pepper.
them mangoes.
That is a meatball sandwich. Jerry's got himself a, what's that, the Big Woods
That's
burger?
Angus. That's
Angus.
Angus, yeah.
And the girls have got salads.
This is good.
This looks good, but Lara just wants to see me try and eat it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to film, no one's going to film me doing that. Well, I started off making a hell of a mess, but I spilled a couple, but I've consolidated. And is that squash in there? Or that yellow, what's the yellow peppers called here?
Banana peppers?
Banana peppers. I didn't like them when I tasted them in Memphis. These ones were really nice. Everyone happy with their meals? And that is pulled pork, by the way.
That is pulled pork.
Looks delicious.
It is, but I didn't like the onions. So.
Right, okay. What's that sort of tree, Jerry?
Tulip tree.
Yeah, okay.
There's a maple.
Yep. There's quite a lot of them around Indy.
Oak. That's an oak tree there. Maple there, oak tree.
Yep. If you're from Indiana, you're a Hoosier, the Hoosier state. I must confess I don't know what it means. But little Nashville here is just stunning.
Engraving a rock, isn't it?
That's timber. No, it's a rock, you're right, as usual. Jerry was saying this is all the rage at the moment, to carve out a sculpture from timber log. Reminds me of that one we saw in the tree trunk in, where was it, Bardstown the other day. The eagle. Now you probably guessed, no prizes, that Nashville's an arts and crafts antiques town. The arty folk moved in the 20s apparently. I want to mention that it's 5th of October today, it's 2 p.m, and it was 10 years ago today that Riggsy and I, the Australian Riggsy that is, purchased our Oldsmobile, the one we drove around the USA.
For $1,500.
It was $1,300 and we did 7,500 miles in 01, and I came back a year later and I used it again, I did another 4,000.
It's party. Yeah. Aircon goes. Just hasn't got a bit late with it. Oh well.
Can't have everything.
3.8 litre.
So what do you think, Jeff? 1350, is it alright?
You did pretty good, I'd have to say. Not bad. It's it's inconspicuous. Yeah.
This is it. We thought about a Camaro, but
Oh, you'd stick out like hard on. You get on it around the corner, you'll be getting pulled over. Yeah. And this,
I went the price now. She's a bit ready, me.
yeah.
This was originally set up as a colony of painters,
back in the 20s.
20s and 30s,
Yeah.
40s, and now it's going more to folk products, home products.
Okay, yeah.
I can take a chisel and cut rock.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. Jerry's got me in the ice cream shop. That's dangerous. It's dangerous for me to be in the ice cream shop, Jerry. I went the rocky road with a caramel flavoured cone.
This is
Cherry amaretto.
cherry amaretto.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lovely locale to be eating ice creams. That was about the best ice cream I've ever had. There's Jerry in there eating his ice cream, hiding behind the bush. Very wise and very unlike him. Didn't realise it's actually a working inn. 1856 it opened. Jerry's down there talking about the horse.
See right here, these nipples?
Yeah.
Well, when they're young, they don't have those.
Yeah.
And the old boys, the horse traders, used to take and inject air in them to fill them out when they sold the horses, because you thought you was getting a young horse.
Oh, so body filling right from the start of time.
So he's 12 years old. She said, I figured he's 25 the way he looked.
Glenn Riggs will relate to that.
I'd have to look at his teeth to really confirm that.
You're not going to do that. He'll relate to the body filling a vehicle before you sell it to make it look younger is what I'm talking about.
But those Those were war horses.
Back in the 12th century, though. Not the Civil War.
No, in the 1300s, the Knights Templars rode. Those were battle horses.
So the
Didn't ride
14th
them
century.
to town. They rode them to war.
How you doing?
We don't need words.
I'm wondering if it's yard art. But you'd have to have several of those to make it work. You can just stick one in your yard, right?
I would have thought, but
Yeah.
I'm not the sort of person that would put that in my yard right at the beginning of time.
But you know, you'd have to go with it though.
Yeah. It's where LMA, Mrs. Jerry Riggs, went to school. Knightstown, Indiana.
Well, they went to school there.
Yeah.
And if you ever saw the movie Hoosiers,
Yeah.
it was made right here in that gymnasium.
Gene Hackman,
Yeah.
1986.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've got it at home.
There's the gym that it was.
Right there.
But there's the gym.
There's a gym where I graduated.
They filmed it.
Who's your gym?
The Hoover
You
Gym.
might enjoy going into that.
Yeah, well, we'll see. You've got a couple of days. Class of 1957. We're at the Legion. Glenn and I came here, but not here, in 2001, because this is a new Legion. And you only come into the Legion, people like us, if we're invited by a Legion member. Wow. Someone like Jerry or Dave or Sheila. You wouldn't have any idea how many people back in Australia just want to know what we're eating. They're not interested in all the sights, just what we're eating. Courtesy of Jerry, we have a duck fart, which is Kahlua, Bailey's, and Crown Royal Scotch. Cheers.
What is it? The Lily Crown
I just have to lay down.
Bailey's.
How about mushrooms grow in December?
What's that like, Michael? Does it warm your heart? It's so terrible, you're going to lick the whole thing.
That stuff's not good.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Oh, I don't know. I don't swear.
Yeah.
It's 9:20 and we cuss in Australia a lot worse than you cuss here, alright? Just been talking about these boys and their bad mouths. They really don't speak that badly.
Nothing gonna shock them, huh?
And we're the last ones to leave. Look at that.
Step outside because the sidewalks are rolled up.
Oh, all right.
And the lights, they go blinkety, 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 blinkety this time.
Alright,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
See you later, buddy.
see you later, Mike. Take care. So it's time to eat Bob Evans, and my friend Jerry says, "Hell, that's pretty good food, but I don't eat there because there's no booze." So we'll see what. We're not interested in booze right at the minute, so we'll
just
see
food.
what Bob Evans has to offer.
Well, I got an omelette, or I've got cheese.
It's quite a big omelette, but there again, you probably make them that big back home.
Oh yeah, I do actually. But
It's a vegetarian
got a little
harvest.
bit of omelette with my cheese.
What's it called?
It's a garden market.
Harvest. Or garden market harvest omelette
Omelette. So it's all
with your
veggies
hash
inside.
browns. And I got, I don't know what I got. It's got meat on it. I can't even remember what it's called. The Bob Evans special anyway. With Texas toast, which to me is just fried toast, but that's actually been grilled.
My omelette is really tasty.
It is ridiculously tasty.
It's got heaps of lovely veggies inside it. Really fresh and yeah, tasty. Very good.
Mine's a taste sensation too. Salsa type sauce, meat sauce, beef sauce on it. Really, really good. That's the damage here today at Bob Evans. Last night at the Legion it was $11 for our whole meal. I should add that doesn't include gratuities, which are about, say, 15%. Still pretty good. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Indianapolis, Indiana. The world capital of speed, constructed in 1909. It is unchallenged as the world's longest continually operated racetrack, the most famous racetrack in the world. The site of the Indianapolis 500 is the world's largest single-day sporting event. It's about 300,000 people. In the 70s and 80s it was about 400,000. The very first Indianapolis 500 was won by this vehicle, the Marmon Wasp, by Ray Haroon. And this is believed to be the first ever rear vision mirror. Every other car had a rider mechanic, as you can see, and the 2 seats on the car next to it. But the Wasp didn't need to. So they had an onboard spotter back in the day, but old Ray didn't need one, and he streeted the field.
Good stuff.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
There's the command. Barry Homageorge.
Welcome to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The main straightaway, which we will be seeing in about 5 minutes, and the backstretch, coming up in just a moment, each cover 5/8 of a mile, so that the entire track is 2.5 miles around. We are riding on the very same 2.5 miles used by the drivers 100 years ago. Only the surface has changed. During the fall of 1909, down went 3,200,000 paving bricks, which is why the track still carries the nickname, the Brickyard. And where are the bricks today? Well, about 85% of the way around, they're still there, buried under several layers of asphalt. The fastest ever completed here by 500 drivers have been right at 240 miles an hour.
IndyCars comes in here at 230.
A 2.5 mile lap,
and it's
in
almost
less
flat.
than 38 seconds. Or to put it another way, it's the equivalent of traveling down a football field in about 9/10 of 1 second. Out of turn 4 and onto the main straightaway, corporate suites and double-decker grandstands. Can you imagine going all the way down there in 9 seconds? The start-finish line isn't hard to locate. It's marked by a strip of bricks. As late as 1961, when A.J. Foyt won his first 500, the greater part of the main straight was still of bricks and mortar. And imagine that prior to the late 1930s, the entire 2.5 miles looked like that, and it made for a pretty rough ride.
This is a famous vehicle, driven by a very famous man. What's that?
Look at the unusual shape.
Yep.
If they've seen that, they've got the offset engine to the left, and then tilted with the cockpit area for the driver to offset the other side.
Built to turn left
Yeah,
800 times very quickly.
yeah, did it too.
Bill Vukovic. They don't tell you what happened to Bill
No, it did.
in the replacement car in 1955. He was dominating the race in an effort to win the race for the first man who would win 3 in a row.
Yeah.
He crashed and died. But his son and his grandson were both drivers too. But they never won the 500.
It's our centennial grid. It's all
Thank you so much.
it's all the winners till 2010, and we've got the Wasp 1911 winner and the 2010 winner with 31 other cars.
Beauty.
Yeah, I mean, we're out here.
Our friend Terry here, who's been to Perth in the Navy in 1981,
I have no children there as far as I know.
is showing us the new motorcycle track on the infield here. It's different to the Formula One track.
Bit, not much.
Not much.
This
bit.
is the same here. They just repaved this last year too. A different compound. Smooth. In fact, my favorite beer there was the Swan Lager.
Well, that's the Perth beer.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
That's changed a bit, unfortunately.
In fact, I got myself out of a lot of trouble. I used to take myself on a bicycle, and there was a bunch of blokes sitting in this bar there, Mexican Marines. Like, I'm sitting there, and they go,
Geez, you do a good Australian
They
accent.
came out there and said, yeah, there's a bloody American bastards taking. I said, bloody straight right up. Let's straight up. I forget what the hell I said. And I said, give me a stubby. They got Hey, what's up? I'm the Merchant Marines. Bloody bastards coming up there taking all the piers up in there and stuff, and they're going, ah shit, they got me pissed and had a great time all night and never get my ass kicked. I love that. That was wonderful.
I can't believe the Australian accent you do. There's not one single American I've ever met can do an Australian accent.
Well, you've got to get the O's and E's in it, right?
Yeah, that's it. But a lot of them go too far with it and end up sounding like an English Cockney.
At the time, the lanky Yank was the guy on TV.
Yeah, Don Lane.
Yeah, yeah.
Geez, you know your stuff, Terry. I'm impressed. He only died recently. Okay, we're looking up to turn 4 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. World's centre of speed. And this is obviously the pit area and the front stretch. The history that's happened here over the years is just mind-boggling. To us race fans, that is.
100th anniversary this year.
Yeah, that's 100 years since the very first Indianapolis 500.
We were built in 1909.
Yeah.
And they actually had here, from 1909 to the fall of 1910, they actually had more balloon, airplane, and motorcycle races than they had car races. We had the largest aerodrome at one time.
Yeah.
It held 30 balloons in it. It was in the infield.
Yeah.
But they
We actually, in World War I, we actually had a Curtis Jenny base here.
This is pretty cool right here. What an iconic place. Now, this is still the actual area they used to come in and out of way back in the day. All they did was just push everything down and start again.
They used to be wood, and in 1985 we tore them down. They used to go east-west, and they were made out of wood. Well, you'd think that they just came from the home country. They were close enough.
That's Terry.
He's an artist.
I talk to a lot of people, and sometimes they've been in Australia for like 30 years or something, and they're as broad as
You know, you do have the kind of the weird kind of
I've got the
sometimes
mix.
back, yeah.
I've got the mix, yeah.
You got the weird bit right.
Yeah. That's all right. You've got to have the weird bits with the great bits, eh?
Well, otherwise it'd be boring.
That's
If I was
true.
all one or the other.
That's true.
Well, attracted me.
So I got to meet him
Yeah, I saw
in
that.
2005.
05, was it out here in the
No,
museum?
I was at Washington.
Actually,
And you
the
took the
Boardwalk
trophy.
trophy?
You were escorting
That's my
that.
Kiwi behind me there, the guy with the beard.
Oh, okay.
AJ.
AJ. But you
Here's my ex-wife right there. See the lady in the middle, the older lady? See the one to the left? That's my ex-wife,
Yeah.
Nancy, the tall one.
and that's Mrs. George who gives the command these
That's the whole
days.
family, the 3 daughters and Tony.
Oh, yeah, Tony. Yeah, right. I
Oh,
remember
yeah,
him.
Tony. Look, that's the one there we don't like.
Yeah, it's the one that ruined IndyCar
Yeah, it's
forever.
ruined IndyCar. Bloody hell. Take him out and kill the bastard. Just piss him off. Knock him about. Knock some teeth out of his body.
The Gas Man. Tom Sneaver. Yeah, Matt. For you. 1980 and 3. Should have won in 84, didn't he? Shouldn't he, Matt? Jeez, look at that. It's a headline on there. It says Vukovic killed Impala while leading the field. It's kind of spooky. In no other sport would you see that. 1955. That's the car. Lara's on the phone while she cooks the bratwurst for the evening meal. That's Zoe in the background. We're on Jeff Riggs's deck. Barbara and Jeff are talking business. Zoe's watching television. And I'm enjoying a quiet bourbon whilst doing some photography on a wonderful fall evening here in Indiana.
Some other big bank.
We got her one for Christmas last year that we kind of started to use.
Classic.
I just want to let you know that we're on the east side suburban area of Indianapolis, which is considered to be a very nice area, highly sought after and desirable. So although the value may seem low to my brothers across the ponds, it's an excellent value and an even better place to live. So with that, I will leave you and return back to this beautiful, beautiful amber concoction, which it always leads to my double vision.
Okay.
All right, another, and I can't believe how I can't talk anymore. Lara Braun Riggs meal. This is sausage bratwurst, as we would say. And they have no idea that sausage is completely different here in the USA, especially in the Midwest. Then we've got beans, slaw, and on my bratwurst hot dog, as we would call them, is green pepper, we call it capsicum, and onions. BB's got some lettuce, and I've got mustard in mine too, but I'm doing a proper dog thing. And Lara's just splashed
Horseradish mustard.
Horseradish mustard, which is not a Brett Kibblewhite thing, that's for sure. But the value Thai mustard
You
will
like
do.
spicy?
Yeah, I do, but not horseradish spicy.
Whoa! Every time. You are a sexy girl.
Why does she do that? No, we saw her the first night. And we,
Joking when she said she'd do it every time, and then she did it 2-3 times in a row, and it just kept going.
Sugar rock corners.
Then why does she do it?
I don't know. She's got.
Beep. The thing is, everyone at home watching this will think, oh, she's trained. She does it when no one's looking.
No.
Do they? Like she's not prompted.
Yeah.
We trained her to do a lot of stuff, but not that. That's her own thing.
Hello, Jerry. Have a look at his hat.
Huh? It's pretty
It's October 7, 2011, and it's 10 years ago today the Americans invaded Afghanistan, and it's 10 years ago today that Glenn Riggs and I watched the NASCAR race at Charlotte, North Carolina, and that must be JJ.
Yeah, that's
And he has grown up a little bit since I seen him last, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's grown up.
Hey JJ.
Hi.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, no, pretty relaxed.
No, I wasn't here last time. Nice to meet you, Jerry.
Yeah, we got dandelions, Jerry.
No, I haven't.
There's corn out the back of Jay's house this time. There was beans when I was here last time. There he is. I can hear him.
Coming through the trees. How have you been?
Better than you. What are you doing over there? Oh, well, that's a good start.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Cousin Jay. It's been 9 long years.
You look great.
Well, I'm a bit fat. Good to see you, buddy.
Come here. Easy on the shoulder.
Oh, careful what you're
Say
doing.
hello to all the cousins. in
Hi, how are
Australia.
you all?
Poor
Good to
old
see
Jay's
ya.
been banging the shit out of himself.
Yeah. You know, the GP Moto series.
Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
Dad show you my bike?
Yeah.
Yeah, now you know, with
Maybe
the
that
fuel. And you haven't met, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm Barb. Yeah.
So it's broken just below the shoulder. So you're on the morphine.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And so just being up in the morning, that'll take a lot out of you. So this afternoon you just lay
Today
down.
was the first day I was able to take a shower.
Right. And just having Monday night and today's Friday morning, just for people that back home to know. Yeah.
Other than that, I'm good.
Well, it didn't do any damage to that hard head of yours.
No, I was wearing a helmet. It's one thing. People tease me, but
Yeah.
I wear full body armor.
So go and get all morphined up. We'll see you at lunch. Now we're heading into Shirley, Indiana. Original home of the Riggses, right?
This is the Grant City Road.
There we go.
And we will go to Grant City.
And we're crossing Interstate 70.
So you can pan to the right there.
Pan to the right there we go.
It's not being here.
It's what sort of dog's that, Jerry?
I don't know, it's like a coon dog.
A coon dog. It's not a hound dog?
Little bitch.
Is it?
Is it?
No, it's not. It's a buck.
Well,
Yeah. Downtown Grant City. Why do they call it a city, Jerry Riggs?
I don't know, probably 1800s it was.
Good answer.
This used to be a store, I remember that.
Yeah, it used to be a store.
You grew up around here.
Old Smooth.
So Jared grew up in Shirley. Yeah, that's an house.
Everybody's got a church.
Grant City Wesleyan Church.
We're through Grant City.
We're finished with it.
Yeah.
It's all over and done with it. Now we're coming into Shirley, are we?
No, we got a ways to go, Shirley.
We've turned off Grant City Road and we're now heading west along 300 south. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. And then all the maple trees here. Oh, look at the squirrel in Indiana. And this is actually the main drag into Shirley.
This is how this
from the
country
east
was like back then.
Oh, yeah.
150 years ago. Nothing but heavy timber then.
Yeah.
Before the riggers came in and did this to it.
1830s. Well, 1824, there were no roads here.
Lucky you got a Lincoln, Jerry, so you can just float over these terrible bumps and these wonderful roads you got here. Welcome to Shirley. I missed the sign. My mum's name's Shirley.
Yeah.
Are we going to go and see Sandy first?
Yeah, we're going to go see. Well, I'm going to take you through Shirley here. This is Henry County. This is Hancock County.
So this is the border. Hancock on the left,
Yep.
Henry on the right.
Right down the middle of the street. This was the old elevator. It's gone. So everybody does their own thing anymore.
The old elevator. What was the elevator?
For farmers to bring their grain, their corn in, they grind it up and then put supplements in it, and then they bag it up and take it, feed their cows and so forth.
This is the main drag.
Yeah.
This is, what is it? It's 10 to 1 on a Friday afternoon.
Here's the South End Tavern. Now, in Henry County, you can smoke cigarettes in public buildings.
Right.
Hancock County, you can't.
So you get the non-smokers on one side of the road and
That's
the
right.
smokers on the other.
That's right. If you go to South End, and it really destroyed. And here's the building that Big Riggs was killed in. Right.
Right here.
Yeah.
In a fight, wasn't it?
No, the sheriff shot him.
Sheriff shot him.
Yeah, killed him. So this here was the North End Tavern. And Uncle Fay sold that. They had the tavern there, and they sold it. This is the old Dr. Wilson's office. He never went to college a day in his life, but he rode with a old doctor, and he read his books and went over and passed the state exam. And this here is the
bar.
That's Ben's bar.
Now, when I came through here with Stacy in 2001 the first time, it was full of Harley Davidson motorcycles.
Here's the old railroad station. There's the roundhouse.
Yep.
Guy died in that house.
And they moved it there, though. It used to be somewhere else. Who was Shirley named after?
One of the engineers that put the railroad through.
Okay.
I think he was either a surveyor or an engineer, because Kennard was named after a surveyor and engineer. It's like a little work village, you know?
Yeah.
And then they had the train coming north and went south, and then they crossed east-west here in Shirley. This is 2 miles from Shirley to Wilkinson.
What is this, Jerry?
This is the Wilkinson High School. This is where I graduated from in the last century.
What year did you graduate?
1957.
1957.
Yeah.
And this is in Wilkinson.
Wilkinson, 1904.
So how long has it been sitting looking like this? When did it close, you reckon?
60s, so that's 50 years.
Jeez. Goodness me.
Yeah.
Have a look at that. Absolute classic stuff.
1933. Those kids used to play down here, see, the first and second grade kids.
Right in here.
Yeah, I'd get up there in the window and I'd fill water balloons up and drop them down there. Couldn't figure where all that water came from. But this was the cafeteria. This is where we ate at.
Goodness me.
It's all gone.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. Have a look at that sign. Not that I doubted him.
So there's a little other
Happened
town
everywhere.
about 4 miles south of here called, Charlottesville on 40.
Yeah.
We've met the owner, the new owner of the school, Christy, and she She lives here at the back, and this doesn't live in this part, but this is the old gym that Jerry used to play basketball a long time ago, and she collects old road signs.
I see that.
Any sort of sign.
There's the old bleachers. I'll be darned, the bleachers are still here. See them over here?
Have a look at the ice cream sign. Okay, the bleachers. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the bleachers over there. And over here was back there was the door that you slid out of because it was on a hill.
Look at this stuff.
There's the back wall. There's the old basketball court.
Did you play basketball in here, Jerry?
Oh, yeah.
Thought you told me that already.
And over there was the tunnel. You went from the
Went to the
building to the new building.
Did you buy it
About 11 years ago?
11 years,
Yeah.
right?
Well, how'd you get all this built into this?
Father-in-law, me, and my husband.
I'll be darned.
And a lift. No.
So you're
but I
going to
hope
build
to learn to fly
an
airplanes someday.
airport terminal out the back.
Yeah, it's a little terminal. It's just beautiful. It's like a southern.
Classic. Where's it from? California.
Yeah, I'm gonna recreate it. It's a Catalina airport.
Oh.
It's really cute.
Catalina Island.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to have my own tower that I could work in. And
You're a bit of a plane enthusiast, I can see there. She found this in Michigan in a barn that was built for McDonald's. A McDonald's store. Yeah. Look at that, and it sits. Look, it's a booth. You can't see properly in this dark, but it's a booth, and there's a little mini booth behind it.
For parades and stuff.
I'm gonna make that like we're cooks. Because it is
That's the lounge room.
This should be fun.
We don't know exactly whether it just lives.
Oh,
Look at there. Somebody showing.
Oh yeah, come this way.
yeah.
Come this way.
It is a walnut.
Yeah.
That would hurt if it hit you on the head.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got
You have to know all about it.
some protection there. I love the smell of it. Smell that.
Ooh, they stink.
Oh, that's like a little cricket ball.
Oh yeah.
Cricket ball.
Yeah, you get hit on the head, one of them, you know all about it. Now, Christy, you're going to knock this over, the whole lot.
The 1904 building. This is the oldest section. And then they built that,
Yeah.
so it's stronger. But this will come out probably the first, and then we'll work our way down to 1922.
First
Building to take.
When are you going to do that? This weekend?
We hope this weekend, if we can get to.
I can't believe I'm here to see this and film this before you bulldoze it. So you've got to bulldoze it, and you're going to build a house on it.
No, we'll actually grass it up and put picnic tables and
Okay.
put some trees and stuff.
It was dangerous now, and I'll show them why. That's the sort of thing Christy's talking about, and the whole structure is just real dodgy. See those bricks there? All the mortar's finished with them. So yeah, we're here, and this will not be this time next week. Incredible. Isn't it remarkable how you brought us here today to show us this, and they're going to bulldoze it tomorrow? Tomorrow. What do you think about that? It's progress, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's certainly not on the national register.
It would be down in Kentucky. They register everything.
Whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay, perfect. Well, she sounded a little put off, Jeff, that we weren't going to the house. And
The Bible is the only true religion. Interesting.
It's very interesting, and I'm
Profound.
surprised that you're recording that because I was looking at it as I was walking down the street. I didn't know it was a Protestant book.
There you go. Now, what were you saying? There was a heap of what we'd call garage sales on the way here. What's your word for them?
Garbage sales.
A lot of shit.
Jeff always starts putting on the brake. I'm like, keep going, keep going. We have enough of this stuff at our house. I'm trying to get rid of it all the time. Garbage sales.
What's this?
They call it garage sales.
What festival's this?
Riley Days.
Wiley Days. James Riley Days, the poet.
Yes, but it's there's entertainment and there's all kinds of things going on, but this is just a fraction.
Hello, Stacey. We meet again. Hello, Stu. How are you, buddy?
Good.
You look well. So Stu grew up. He grew up in that house right there, that top of that one. That looks like a pretty grand house, Stu.
Big.
The old movie theatre that Stu and Riggs used to used to frequent in their younger days. What was that you said about knowing all the rooftops?
Nothing.
Antique shops everywhere in this part of the country. This is upstairs.
We've got writer's block.
Okay, I got that.
There is no such thing. We found that out. No such thing as Aussie cheese fries. We saw that in the NASCAR race at Atlanta too. Stacey was just saying all the choices of health foods along here. Just slime shop after slime shop.
You ever had an elephant ear?
I haven't had an elephant ear. What would that entail, Stu?
The severed ear of an elephant.
That's what it looks like.
Breaded and deep fried, just powdered sugar.
It's a deep fried kind of donut, but it's like this big.
Seriously?
Cinnamon.
Oh, you cut it up and share it amongst your friends?
Watch them leaving. You eat it. You eat it all.
Oh, we're going to have a look. Cool. I was wondering what an elephant ear was.
Oh, really?
I was wondering if it was a severed elephant ear. Have a look at the size of it. No wonder they call it elephant ear.
Great.
Fantastic. This is the Greenfield Courthouse?
Yeah.
So we're sort of in the centre of the old Greenfield.
Yeah, this is downtown.
Downtown. Because all people ever see of it really is near what's near the interstate and around where Jeff's, sort of living. This is Broad Ripple, suburbia, Indianapolis. Actually, it's not typical suburbia. Broad Ripple is on the northeast side in Indianapolis, and it was in this environment that Glenn and I were dumped. The first day we were here in 2001, and it made an impression. We thought, gee, is all America like this? That house is actually Jeff and Lara's old house. Spent a lot of time there whooping and hollering it up. And have a look at the colours. This area always made an impression on me. That's why I really wanted to bring you back and show you.
I can see why. It's beautiful.
It's also where David Letterman's from.
Yeah.
Broad Ripple. We'll go and have a look at where Stace and Stu used to live and where Riggs and I stayed back in the day. Just around the corner.
It's very quiet.
Isn't it? Nice.
Beautiful.
5864 Primrose. This is Stace and Stu's house. Riggs will recognise this. This is Alan. He's the current owner. He so graciously let us film here at his house.
But that's the only. If I had more land,
that'd
be fun. I do like the house. I like. It's small. It's easy to keep clean.
That's
got a big basement.
Yeah, got a huge basement.
I know the basement well.
So, which would be great for when George is
that's
teenager.
isn't it?
You're having a 2-year-old birthday party today, Alan's having. So, and this is where that photo was taken with the Oldsmobile right here. And the place is in good hands. It's just nice to be back here after all these years, And I really wanted to show Barbara what a lovely part of the world it is.
Yes, it is. It's good. It's nice.
Fall, it's just.
Oh, it's so nice.
We don't get that movie.
I did. Yeah.
Sort of heading. This is still Broad Ripple. We're heading east towards the interstate. But aren't the colours just stunning?
Beautiful.
Have a look at this place.
Bit different.
We're at Stu's house.
Yeah.
And I've been reacquainted with my travel atlas, my travel guide from 2002, which I left with Stu all those years ago, and he's still got it.
Still got it?
It's still.
In case you needed it. So I keep it for you.
You rolled up the truck.
The key, live in America again.
You boys have struggled a little bit to get.
He was a NASCAR Cup driver at 89 and 90.
Dick Johnson's two cars are in 11th and 19th place right now.
Yeah, he's a 3-time Bathurst winner, and of course, like I said, he did a little racing with us back home back in the day. Made a few friends while I was there.
66 laps complete, 95 to go. We're 2.5 hours in. The Bathurst 1000, and we're delighted to bring this race to America live on Speed.
Sunday, October 9.
Pre-approved.
This is Mr. Mike Riggs.
Hey.
And he's a winner. Where are we?
We're at Rose Bar and Grill in Greenfield, Indiana.
And we're here for American football and NASCAR.
Yes.
And you do this generally most Sundays?
Yes. We have a whole group that stands here at this table, and sometimes we sit down.
And tell lies, nothing but lies.
And sometimes we cuss.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of harassment that goes on here.
Thank you very much.
I kind of like the hugging.
You may need a refill.
Yeah. That's all right.
This is a story here. Tell a story about the glass of beer compared to the cup of beer, BB.
Well, they ran out of glasses because, as Mike was telling us, the night crew from the night before, they either break them or take them. So they end up with very low on glasses.
And Mike was very unhappy that you, as his guest here, had to drink out of a cup.
I know, and I feel bad because now he's got plastic.
He's taken his glass and swapped.
I'm disgusted and disappointed as a regular customer that I'm having to drink out of the toilet glass.
That's right. It's about Jeff Riggs.
Everything is.
Brett, this guy here has Steve.
He's the man here.
He's known as Lad. Laddie gets very pissed off when they bring him a plastic cup.
He looks like a man of authority. I wouldn't mess with him. As a matter of fact, I came in here and I said, Steve, where's the NASCAR on the television? 1 minute later, it's on. What's going on with this situation with the plastic cup and the glass? I was just saying to Riggs here that I've never, in my travels all around the world, have never come across this. And I said, I'm not criticising, I just think it's fascinating. And you said, no.
Yes, I don't take it as criticism, just simply stating fact. And what's disappointing here is that Brett is world traveled, and I have to be shamed with bringing him to my pub and having to lap my beer out of the toilet cup. I think that drives my disdain home for the staff here.
Being that Mike got bought a glass before you would indicate his seniority, not only in years and stature, but within this establishment.
Without doubt.
Absolutely.
80s every day.
Yeah, what was that, Jeff? You had something to add?
I was going to add something here about Mike that I've always kind of admired, that you're familiar with Woodstock.
Yeah, New York State.
Was that Woodstock?
Mike, what? You're a Woodstock.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been born when Woodstock came along.
Yeah, it was back in '69.
Yeah.
Me and a friend I worked with, we decided to take a road trip whenever that was going on, and drove up to New York to go to Woodstock.
Really? Did you? The stories that we hear that you just partied in your own filth basically for 4 days.
Yes, it was. It took us, once we got there, it took us a whole day just to get up even close to the stage. It was just so crowded, so many people. We had to park so far away. We had to park 3 miles away from it to try to get into the place.
It was 500,000 or something. What's the? Yeah. Well, it is cool, and it rained, and
it was a muddy mess, but it was
unbelievable. So how old were you then, back in '69?
I was 17.
17.
The perfect age for doing it.
Ask him. He'll play the Aussie card every
yeah, it's worked for me before.
Well, he learned that
when I came over here a long time ago.
He learned that when he was
polished
here before.
now.
But thing is, and that's cool. Use that. You got to use everything to your advantage.
Yeah. Now Lara wants to go to Tuscany, but in the meantime, she's made us
Buy a Perth, sorry. Yes, I know. You guys are top of my list. Actually, I even told my mother that, and I haven't taken Zoe to see my mom in San Francisco yet.
Come to us first.
This is what Lara's made, the Tuscan bean soup, and I haven't tasted it yet. This is my
absolutely
share, but Barbara says it's
perfect.
Pretty good.
It's beautiful.
All right, ladies. The soup was unbelievable.
It was perfect.
Now we're moving on to the really important stuff. Now, these are obviously baby back.
Oh, all right, I've got to have that one too then.
That's how tender they are. Baby back ribs. What's just this one?
Falling off. They're all the same.
Oh, they're different sauces.
Yeah,
No, what's different is I cooked one in my upper oven and one in my bottom oven, and this is what we were discussing.
Yeah.
They're completely changed.
Well, they're the same sauce.
Yeah. Now I could have done.
Different
I
colours.
didn't think of it. I should have done 2 different sauces. But this is just the differences between my ovens. But you might want to try one of these so you can know.
Okay,
See,
I will. I'll do that right now.
Here. I like the end pieces.
Thank you, Lara Braun.
I like
You can
the
put that
end
on there.
myself.
Beauty. I'll devour that. Can I have that bit too? Thank you.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You've got some salad down there to show.
What salad? Never heard of it.
Yes.
Who needs it? Have a look at that.
You need salad.
And I think, to be honest, Lara did these because I'm such a ribs fan. And thank you, Lara. I really appreciate that.
All right, this is Brett
This is
and
Space Mac.
Sterling. And Sterling made a s'more for Brett. And this is his first time he's ever had it. It's graham cracker, chocolate, and marshmallow. And the marshmallow was roasted over an open fire.
I've got to taste it. Hang on a sec. Never had one in my life. Mmm.
It's all ooey gooey, right?
Would it be any great surprise to anyone if I said, delicious? Thank you, Shirley.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, this is the moon in Greenfield, Indiana. It's
rigs in.
October, so it's Halloween, and it's very creepy. It's the coolest shot ever.
I was just talking to Riggs and I'm thinking to myself, gee, that
He
moon
is.
looks really nice.
He really is.
And then Stacey said, that moon looks pretty good. So we're all looking at the same thing, but none of us knew we were all looking at the same thing.
Exactly. You're gonna have to edit this, Brett.
No, it's going on for all its
All right.
guts and glory.
But is it pretty or what?
We're having a nice time here in at the Jeff Riggs Manor, Jeff and Lara Riggs Manor. We were supposed to go to bed a few hours ago. But, it's a classic case, as I was telling my good friend Stu earlier, of just not wanting to let go. We've got to leave in the morning.
Loves her like her sister.
And
I try really hard to,
you know, we live on the other side of the world.
James loves her like a sister.
Really don't need to elaborate.
I guarantee you, he's the only one that can go. That little bitch.
I'll remember. Well, I said one thing bad when we first were young. Music. Talk to your nice.
This Stu.
Like that, nice and.
Stu hasn't aged one day since I filmed him back in 02.
That's right.
He's the Peter Pan of Indiana. I've been driving around America thinking, you know what, 4 trips now in 10 years.
But they were just.
Probably got my fair 30 states. Probably had my fair share of America, and I should really next time do something else.
I love this girl.
Until you get to Indiana.
And
you know you got to come back. You know, you just know you got to come back. So I reckon in 2-3 years I'll be back. With Barbara, of course.
Of course.
It's just the friends and it's just the family. We've run out of glasses, that's why I've got that.
No, I'll
Cheers.
like the rose. Cheers, Mike.
Okay. Does anybody specifically have anything to say here? This is like the last evening before they depart.
Well, here
Okay.
we are all together once again, wondering what it's all about, but I can't tell you because I don't know myself. But I do know that it's a very, very big thing.
Hey!
There it is. That was a proverb from my son. And you know what? That's a good one.
And
Can we hear?
here's to the greatest partnership in the world, Australians and Americans enjoying themselves, and God bless America.
Oh my God. And God bless Australia.
Yes.
Thank you. Cheers.
Huh?
Thanks, Mike. They're replaying Bathurst here. Now, Jeffrey, Mr. Riggs, what do you got there?
I've got some Willet bourbon.
What's with the shape of that bottle? What's that remind you of?
It's the shape of the still that they cook the bourbon in.
Exactly right. We posed in front of the Four Roses version, didn't we?
Absolutely.
It's Willet. Now, what happened the first night I was here and you gave me some Willet? What happened?
Yeah, you acted like a complete barbarian.
I didn't act. I was actually being
No, you didn't act like a
barbarian.
barbarian.
I was a barbarian.
You were a barbarian.
Exactly, yeah.
I gave you sweet, beautiful, amber angel. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you sipped it, you threw it back and you're going.
I did sip it, yes, you're right. And then I just smashed it back. And he went, oh, you always cried.
I almost cried.
You told me the next day that it was completely uncool and that normally you wouldn't give someone a second chance in that situation. But you had belief in me.
Here is the second chance.
Well, you've given me many chances in the last week. Thank you, Jeff. Here's to our health. The morning after. There's Jeff. How are you today, Jeffrey?
Hungover.
Riggs's office. This is where he sits and does his stuff, runs the Bank of America from this room. And as you can see, he's got a very nice view at the back, looking over towards the Brandywine River.
My picture of John Lennon.
Yes.
Inspires me every day.
Mm-hmm.
Here is when I have my executive meetings, I wear my top hat.
And this is part of the research for the new publication, The Modern Drunkard. Now Jeff painted that, and it's quite good, we reckon.
Love you, man.
Love you too. Thanks.